G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another episode of Wasteland Survival. So in last week's episode I finished up by getting the framework kind of complete. I did actually go ahead and fill in all of the blocks that were missing, and I did these last kind of levels here as well. So actually I think in fact this level here is 3 blocks and this one's 4 blocks, but that's okay. I'm not really too concerned about that. So one thing I was kind of toying with was maybe removing like these blocks here in the middle and then doing every 10 blocks. So maybe we get rid of these bracings on this level here. Leave those ones. No, we get rid of these ones. And so on and so forth. But I'm not sure if it's actually going to work. So if I get rid of these ones to fit the theme, then yeah, these braces here kind of ruin that theme. So I don't know, I think I might just leave it the way it is. I think I'm happy with all these levels being like 4 blocks apart. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So what I need to do is obviously weld all of this stuff up, but I think I'm gonna leave out this side here and also this one as well. So essentially, I think what I'm going to do is have both of these sides kind of clear, and then I'll have like kind of a staircase that works its way all the way up. So yeah. Now, I could have sworn I had a mining ship. No, not a mining ship, but a welding ship somewhere here. I think there was one in here somewhere. Let's just have a look. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Alright, so hopefully we should be able to squeeze this thing through. So let's turn on the engines. Alright, we should be good now. So I've tested the mining ship. I know my mining ship will fit through a gate, but I'm not sure about this one. Looks like it may just barely fit. Haha, nice. Awesome. Alright, so we're through. So now what I need to do is obviously run some sort of cargo container or like, yeah, a connector out here so that I can dock this ship up and then get materials to it to then get this entire thing welded up. Alright, so I took the liberty of bringing the mining ship out as well. So what I want to do here is basically just create some sort of a connector on either side here, just so that I can dock these 2 ships up. So I think what we'll do is let's just dump all the components I have on me at the moment, and I'll grab just a whole bunch of conveyor tubes for now. So I think we'll go probably a T-junction here like that. And then we'll just run some tubes either side. So I think that should be far enough apart. Right, so now all we need to do is just run a tube all the way back and then put in some connectors. Alright, so now we have our 2 conveyor tubes run, so now I can go ahead and place in my connectors. I've placed them really far apart so that I can actually get in here still, even though these 2 ships will be docked up to these connectors. Now, the only thing is, I think I'm going to have to wait a little while for these 2 ships to charge. How much battery does this one have? Actually, I think it has a reasonably large amount of battery power left. So let's just have a look. Yeah, so it's got like 90% of its battery left. So I actually don't really need to charge this thing. But I am going to dock it up anyway while I dock up the other one. Alright, cool. So now that these 2 ships are locked down, we can finally start getting to welding this whole place up. Now, I did manufacture about 50,000 steel plates, so I think that should be more than enough to actually do this framework. So like I said before though, I am going to leave this side and this side out because, well, no, sorry, this side and this side, because yeah, I'm going to put something there and it's going to be rather interesting, I think. that is the framework pretty much done. So now I just need to drill out this side to accommodate this kind of staircase that I'm going for. It is going to be a big staircase though. I'm not sure if I really want to make it that wide. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just have like the staircase come up to here with the catwalks, and then the rest of it just be the bars. But the reason I didn't put the bars in yet is because they're going to get in my way when I want to drill this stuff out. So that's why I decided not to weld those things up yet. I did have to actually go around and weld up a lot of things that I missed as well. So, and I realized that there is a couple of thrusters missing from the front of my mining ship. Not sure how and when that happened, but yeah, it happened. So, and this one's damaged as well. Yeah, that one has seen better days, so not sure what happened to that, but yeah. I did notice, also you would have seen me in the time-lapse bring out the mining ship a couple of times. I noticed that there were little pieces of voxel just left over that I'd missed. So hopefully I don't encounter any more of those. Especially if I build a ship or something in here, then it's going to get like kind of caught on it. Now, the other thing is, I think I am going to go ahead and like remove these pillars in between, like every other pillar. So these cross braces here, I think I only want them to be every 10 blocks. But I think what I'll do is I'll play around with that in creative mode and see what it looks like before I make my decision. But yeah, I think it just looks a little bit too busy with all of these. I think they're just a little bit too close together. So yeah, okay, so before I think about the staircase for here, I really need to think about how wide it's going to be, and it really depends on how wide these hallways leading up to those stairs are going to be as well. So because obviously this hallway is going to lead to the hallway that then leads to the stairs, and it will kind of bend around in a 90-degree angle and so on and so forth. So yeah, then I need to know how wide I need to make that staircase to accommodate a door like this. So I think what I'm gonna do is make it probably the same as this hallway here. So, or very similar to it. Because this hallway is actually pretty compact. So you can see we've got the main gate here, but it's only like, yeah, half a block wider than that door. So it's a pretty compact door, I think. So if we go back into our little tunnel here, or our silo, then realistically our tunnel for our hallway needs to be pretty much that big, and then one block above that, and then that should be enough. So what's that? That's 5 blocks wide. So, and then we probably need to be, I'd say maybe at least 1 block. Or do I go 2 blocks? Alright, so after much deliberation, I think for this area here, where I'm going to place my staircase, I'm going to have like probably just 1 block spacing. I think that should be heaps, and then I'll have my door. So I know I've got 2 blocks here, but I'm going to have a window here as well, so that's why I went that route. Although I don't know if my window is going to fit anymore with these blocks here, so I need to make sure that it's actually going to work still. But we'll worry about that in a later episode, I guess. So yeah, that means that we need to drill out this block, and then 5 blocks after that, and then possibly we will have like another block next to the door, maybe. I don't know, but we don't have to. So we've got like 5 blocks plus 1 block, so that's 6 blocks deep. So yeah, got another boatload of drilling to do. So I just need to build a template for this. So how wide does it need to be? So it's got to be what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 9 blocks wide, and a boatload of blocks tall. So I'm not sure how tall I want to make this staircase. Maybe I'll just have it go to this point here. Maybe that will work out better. So I'll work out the distance between these 2 points. I'll make a little drilling guide and then we'll project it through the mountain. Although I'll just do like a single plane because it's going to take me long enough just to build it. And then we can just like move it back every time we need to drill the next layer. Alright, well, I've got my template built. I've gone ahead, I've put it into the projector, and this is going to be the guide to drill this thing. Now, I decided to approach it a little bit differently, so what I've done is I've just made it like this, so I can drill along here and then on the sides, and then just drill out all the stuff behind it, and then hopefully I should be able to get the mining ship in and then make short work of this inside, because to kind of drill all of that by hand, like even the voxels in between, you know, where these blocks are, that would just be insane. So I'm not even going to attempt to do that. As it is, it's going to take me a long time just to drill this out. So yeah, I'm not even really looking forward to that either. So yeah, I've got this side to drill out and that side as well. So that is kind of, yeah, not so cool. And honestly, I am kind of having second thoughts about how big this staircase is. Do I really want to go that high? Or maybe I just go to like halfway or something like that and then cap it off and then see how it looks at that point. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I might do that. I might just make it about this tall here. So I don't know how many blocks that is exactly, but however many blocks that is, I'll drill that part out and then I'll put a staircase there and I'll see how it looks after that. And then maybe on top of that we can put something else, like maybe another little module with, I don't know, some fuel tanks or something like that. And then up above that, maybe something else. And then maybe in random ones up and down here we can put something in as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think the staircase going all the way up there is just a little bit crazy. And honestly, even going up there is a little bit crazy as well. Because where is that? That's about up to here. I'm going to put this where I can see it in the light. So it's up to about there. So even that is a pretty decently sized staircase. Maybe we'll try, I don't know, maybe that size. So it'll go up by that many. Or maybe I will do it up to that point. Yeah, we'll go for this point. We'll see how that looks and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here we go. I've gone ahead and I've cut this thing out of the mountain. Now, I actually did drop it down one more level because it was kind of a little bit too high. So basically what I was thinking of doing is, like I mentioned before, getting rid of these pillars here in the middle. So there's like a 8 block or 10 block spacing between these cross pillars going this way. So if I was to remove this one, keep this one, and then remove that one, then that's where the staircase would have ended up. So I dropped it down one more so that this brace that will remain will still kind of be there. That was a bit of a glitch. Not sure what happened there, but anyway. So let us start by going ahead and placing in a whole bunch of blocks here. I didn't make the roof as smooth as I would like, but there isn't really too much I could do about that. So yeah, you can kind of see this section here is not really that smooth. Neither is this, and then also down here as well there's a little bit of a ridge here. So down here is fine. I'm just going to put a floor in anyway, so that's not a drama. Question is, do I put a block in the corner here? So we'll go ahead and we'll place this in. Okay, so now that our floor is installed, I think I'll start by making some sort of framework around this to make it look a little bit better. And if I do seem a little bit cranky in this section of the episode, it's because I have actually recorded this section twice, because my computer decided to update my graphics driver for no apparent reason, and then my AMD software stopped working, and then after I reinstalled it, my microphone was automatically disabled. So yeah, fun times. Anyway, so I think where I will begin is I want to put some sort of bracing across here. So I think I'll go for maybe some beam blocks, just because I think they'd look a little bit more interesting. I would really like to use these on the walls, but I'll show you in a minute why they won't actually work there. Alright, so here I'm just going to put in some regular armor blocks. So we'll put them in like this. Now, if I was to grab one of these beam blocks here and put this here, you can kind of see that you can't even see the inside of it. So it's kind of pointless making these up against the wall. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to settle with these. But I still think we can make this look pretty good. Alright, so let's run a line of blocks all the way around the outside. Although I don't think I can get a block in there. So maybe we might have to get creative with putting that block in there. One thing I really wish they would do with this game is allow you to place blocks in a line. So like what you can do in creative mode, you can just kind of hold your finger down and then run a line of blocks and it just places them. I don't understand why you can't do that in survival mode. Like, I don't think it would make it too overpowered or something like that. I think it would work out just fine, but I don't know. Obviously there is a reason why it's not in the game, so yeah. Alright, so I am going to place in these at every level, and then we can do the next thing. Alright, so now we have all of our cross braces installed. And I think it actually looks quite good, with exception to this misplaced block here. Okay, now I decided to put a floor in mainly because, you know, these this portion here is sticking through, which I did mention before, so it doesn't really look fantastic. And honestly, I think I'm going to do the same and put a roof on it as well to kind of hide this ugliness. So what we'll do is we'll start by placing in our corner blocks here. I don't think I can get my character in there to place a block there, but that'll be fine. And hopefully I don't need to drill out any additional stuff to get this kind of working. Okay, there we go. That's the last block for our roof placed in. So now I think I would like to run some pillars that way on the corners. Now I think honestly the best way to do this would be just to use these 45-degree blocks. There really is no other block that I could use here. I mean, I guess I could use 2x1 tips like that, and then we could maybe have them kind of sitting like this. But honestly, I think having just the 45-degree blocks or the light armor slopes like this will work quite well. So we'll just place these all the way to the top. And then obviously behind these, we're going to have to place in some of these blocks here. Just your regular light armor blocks. And I think it might actually look quite decent. Let's have a look. Without killing my character. Come on. Move upwards. The gravity on this planet really struggles with the jetpack. Okay. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. Alright, so I'll run 2 pillars down either side, and then we can think about our staircase and what I want to do with that. Okay, so now we have our vertical pillars installed. I think this is actually looking pretty decent. I am tempted to put in some of these blocks here, or maybe we can grab a beam block and put in some of these here. Don't know if that actually looks any good though. It really doesn't. The kind of cross bracing doesn't really line up with anything else, but it does kind of match that side there. So I don't know. I think we'll just leave that and I won't do anything with it. Now, down the bottom here, because we've got like this wall kind of covered with this door, and honestly I really would maybe I should move this back by 1 block, but honestly, you know, this space is big enough and I'm going to struggle to fill it as it is, so I don't think I want to really make it any bigger than what it already is now. So like I was saying though, because there's a door here, it doesn't really match up with this side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover this area here and this area here with a wall. Obviously this one's going to have a door there, but yeah, so but maybe perhaps instead of just putting regular steel blocks here, we can do something different. So maybe I can go for some sci-fi interior walls, and we can place them like this. I think they go this way. Yep, they go that way because the danger high voltage sign says that they go that way. Cool. So we'll place those there, and then we'll place a line of these along here as well. Maybe I could do this for every set of pillars. Just put a line of these blocks above and below each cross brace, if that kind of makes sense. So on this side, we'll just put these on the wall or close to the roof. And then I think under those, I'm just going to put some regular armor blocks. So something a bit like this. Man, I don't know if it's just me, but I find it a lot harder to place blocks these days. And I think I'm going to leave this portion just bare. So we'll have our door, then we'll have a wall. This portion will be laid bare. Okay, so I think the outer structure of it is looking pretty good. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Now we need to kind of think about what I'm going to do for my staircase. Now, I was playing around with a couple of different designs in creative mode because sometimes this stuff can be difficult to just think about on the fly. So I do like to do some experimentation in creative mode sometimes. So I think this is the center. Is that the center? Yeah, it is. Okay, so what I was kind of thinking originally... okay, so let me try and explain this. So we'll grab a set of stairs. So we could go something like this. Put a set of stairs there, put another set of stairs here, and then have like a catwalk that goes here, although we can't do that because, hang on, I need to put some more pillars in. Okay, now, where was I? So, as I was saying, we could grab a catwalk from there. We'll go for like a corner catwalk, I guess. So, this catwalk here. Then we'll grab a... Wait, is that correct? No, sorry. Let's get rid of that. Let's put in just a regular catwalk. So I'll just go for a catwalk with like that. Then we'll go for a corner catwalk. And then from there, we'll go for another corner catwalk. And then we'll have our stairs. So we'll have our stairs like this. I don't know why, but every time I enter this menu, it forgets the last block that I was using and then just kind of defaults me back to the regular stairs. So that is quite annoying, and I wish they would fix that. So here we're going to have to place in some, like, something so that I can actually attach the next set of stairs. Usually I like to go for this block. So we place that there, and then we can place our catwalks after that. So then we'll have a catwalk like that. And another one. Come on, please, just line it up. Let me place it. Please, game, please. Right. And yeah, kind of so on and so forth. So we have kind of a staircase that goes up and down like that. So that is pretty cool. It looks alright. I don't think it looks bad. It doesn't look terrible. But I think it could be better. So when I was recording the first iteration of this portion of the video, because like I said, the original just had no microphone, I did actually come up with another idea, and I think it will look a little bit better. So I think what I will do is grab some pillars, and I'm going to run 2 pillars on either side, and I'm simply just going to wrap the staircase around these pillars. I think that would look good, and it would kind of fill this void a little bit better than just having one staircase, or like 2 staircases and 1 pillar. If we have 2 staircases and 2 pillars on the other hand, I think that would make this room a little bit busier and just give it a little bit more interest. And then we can do some other things, like maybe run some pipes up the side of the walls or something like that. So let's get rid of these blocks. Okay, now for our stairs. So where do I want my stairs to begin? This is a good question. So these pillars have to be that far apart, because if I make them any closer, then yeah, nothing's going to work. So you just have to kind of take my word for that. Right, so I was thinking we put in our graded stairs like so, and then maybe I put another set of stairs on that side as well. Just so that they're kind of alternating, and we'll have to kind of see how that looks. I don't know if it's going to look any good, but yeah, I guess we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, so here we'll put a catwalk with a wall. I'll go for my corner catwalk. I always really struggle with this menu. I don't know why, but yeah. Oh, it actually remembered what block I had last time, which is good. Alright, so here I want one of these, and then one of these here. Another set of stairs, and then some more catwalks. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to go up to the level of these kind of beam blocks that are sitting there. And then from there we can kind of figure out a floor. So my original plan was to make a graded catwalk floor that essentially rested on top of this here. But I felt like it was just way too big. Not to mention the fact that this corner here, you can't put a block there because this corner pillar is in the way. So I'd have to have just this random corner kind of missing, which doesn't really look that fantastic. So I might actually try something different. But first, before we do anything, I actually need to get some charge. Alright, well, I got some charge, and I also filled up my bottles, so hopefully my jetpack will last a while and we won't have a close call like I did before. Right, so let us continue. Now, another set of stairs. I think this part is pretty... Yeah, okay, so this is where it's going to get kind of interesting. So I need to kind of run the other set of stairs up to this point as well. I think what I'll do is I'll have like a floating platform that kind of comes out to here, and then maybe comes out to about this point, ends here, goes along, and is kind of a platform that doesn't quite take up the entire space. I think that is going to be something that looks the best. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let me just run this second set of stairs up, and then we can experiment with that. Okay, so I've got my second set of stairs laid down. I think it's looking pretty good. I don't know if I like the whole non-symmetrical design of it, but it's really hard to tell what it's going to look like when everything is kind of in its wireframe unfinished state. So I think perhaps I should weld everything up and then make my judgment at that point. Okay, so let's start beginning to create our kind of floating floor, I would say. So I'm going to start by running a bunch of graded catwalks along here. Now here we will need to have, so here I think, well there I'll need to have a corner piece, but on this wall here we'll go for a graded catwalk wall, and then we'll place in our corner catwalk. Please game, work with me here. And then here, what do I place here? So here I think I'll go for a graded catwalk because I'll have another catwalk here, which will be, I think, just these blocks. So we'll put in a floor like that. Then here I'll have a corner piece, because I don't really know if I want the catwalk to go right to the edge. I guess I could do it, but I don't know if I want to or not. So I guess we'll just have to see how it looks after we've done this portion and then go from there. So here I'm going to have a railing on both sides so people don't fall down the stairs. Here we will have a corner piece. There we go, there's our corner. And then here we'll have a double railing catwalk as well. Here we'll have a single railing catwalk, so which will be this beast. Then we'll go for a corner catwalk. And then I'll have to have a double wall catwalk here, because you can potentially slip down the little gap that is in those beam blocks. And then here we just need a catwalk with a railing on either side, like so. And I think maybe here I'll just put like a corner piece. So we'll go for a corner piece like this. And then we have it. So that is kind of our like pseudo floor. Let's go up here and make sure I've catwalked off everything where you can fall down. So yeah, we can fall down here, but we're not, because we're going down a set of stairs. Here is all blocked off, so you can't fall down there. You can't fall down there because the railing is there for the stairs. Same with that. And you can't get there to fall down there. So that is all good. Right, so that's I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's actually looking pretty good. So it was very difficult to kind of figure out how to make this space look busy and not really, really bad as well. So, and then I think here, if I have the room, I can put in some lights. So, and the good thing about these being different is I could put one there and I could put one there, and they kind of have different levels of light. So we have a blotch of light here, a blotch of light there, and so on and so forth. The other thing I need to do is, of course, figure out how I'm going to get aboard the ship that will eventually live inside this silo. But since I have not even considered designing the thing yet, and I have no idea what it's going to look like, it would probably be premature to create some sort of a ramp that leads onto the ship. And in fact, I might even make that a community project, so maybe I'll get you guys to build it for me. So if that kind of thing interests you, then please let me know down in the comments. Alright, so I think, honestly, to pass my final judgment on what this is actually going to look like, I should probably weld up a section of this. Perhaps we can grab another set of stairs and bring it up here to about this point, and then I'll go ahead and weld it up. Actually, that brings me to another point. I need to rework this design, so I'll do this part on camera though, because we need to fix up some things. So I mistakenly put in these blocks without realizing that I actually need to put another set of stairs that goes past this point. So we're going to have to change a lot of these blocks over. So this is going to have to become a double railing. This block here is going to have to become one of these catwalks with a railing on one side, like so. And I guess while we're here, I might as well get rid of this block, and then we can go ahead and put in another catwalk the same, like that. Or do I put in one without any sort of railing whatsoever? So we could go for that. Yeah, I think that actually looks the most decent. Maybe to make things look symmetrical, I can change this one too. And perhaps this one as well. Yeah, so that looks a little bit better. We've got these catwalks going that way and these ones going that way. So that kind of looks a little bit more symmetrical. Alright, we're going to have to get rid of these. Then we're going to have to put in our stairs. So our stairs will go like here. Like so. And then from there we're going to need to have another set of catwalks. So, railing on one side, corner, another corner, and then another staircase. And then another staircase will be done, I should say. So then place in that, and then that corner too. Now I'm going to have to change this to a corner piece. Like so. Right, now my character can't fall down. And we have a little bit of a platform. And I think it's looking fairly decent. So... yeah. Just need to run these stairs. So I think I'll run it up to this point. I'll get everything welded up. And then we can kind of make the judgment on these stairs. And say, yeah, they look good, or yeah, they don't look good. So, since we are kind of running out of time in this episode, I think what I'll do is I'll leave the second half of this, getting this welded up, for the next episode, and perhaps in between episodes, depending on how much time I get, because I am really time poor these days. I may do this section here and replicate whatever I've done on this side over that side as well. But yeah, I mean, there is still a lot of things that we need to do to this silo to get it ready. Like I mentioned before in the middle of the episode, I am toying with the idea of getting the community involved with designing the ship that actually will live here. So maybe, yeah, I'll give you guys a couple of weeks to create something like that. Maybe a couple of months, I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that down in the comments. But anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys, for watching, and definitely consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I will see you next time.